Good afternoon, everybody. I am Sreedhra Varma, Director of Open Source Technologies at BRK. And
I'm Shanker, Iyer, Architect at BRK.
So today we'll talk about Google Cinder backup drivers and how we enabled the backups to go to Google Cloud Storage. Up to Liberty release, there were a couple of backend support for Cinder backups. It was openStack Swift, and you could also have Ceph configured as your backup target backend. With the Mitaka release, we worked with Google and Red Hat to enable Google Cloud Storage as a backend for storing all your Google Cloud Cinder backups. Right now, maybe a couple of slides, quick introduction to what is Cinder Backup and Restore. Your Nova instances, they get volumes from Cinder volume drivers. So you have your storage configured for Cinder, and you have the respective Cinder driver, and that is going to present volumes to your Nova instances. Now, the Cinder Backup driver is used to take backups of these volumes that are in Nova instances, and you can configure the backups for taking full backups. It also supports incremental backups, and these objects, right, they are going to be residing in a particular backend, right? So with this project, what we did is that backend is going to be Google Cloud Storage. You have to, so yeah, a backup, I mean, like I said, is a point in time snapshot of your volume. So you can, this is non-application consistent backups. So it's going to take a point in time snapshot, and then that is the backup that is going to go to the Google Cloud Storage. And similarly, restore operations, you can restore back from this snapshot that is in Google Cloud Storage. You can come and overwrite your existing volume if you need, or you could create a new volume and then have this restore go on to this new volume, right? So this is the support. Plus, once you take a full backup, then after that you can go and take incremental backups, and only the differences are going to get stored in Google Cloud Storage. The way you set this up is through the cinder.conf file, which is used to configure your backend for the backups. And you would also, little background on Google Cloud Storage. You have to have your project. They define a Google project, and then you have your login ID and password. So you have to create a service account, they call, on a Google project, and then you have to write those credentials. You have to kind of edit your cinder.conf and give those details into the Cinder configuration file, and then the backup driver that we have developed for Cinder backup driver for Google Cloud Storage, that is going to take care of using these credentials to open up a connection into Google Cloud Storage, and then it is going to upload all these objects that get created, these backup objects. It's going to upload those and put it in Google Cloud Storage, right? There is also configuration parameters to define how big your chunk size is going to be, and also how big your object size is going to be. That it's configurable, and that is the objects that are going to go to Google Cloud Storage. And then restore, similarly, the driver is going to take care of whenever you do the Cinder backup restore command. It is going to go and pull the target from the Google Cloud Storage backup, and is going to create a new volume or overwrite an existing volume with that backup image. So the two commands you typically use are Cinder backup create and Cinder backup restore. And there is also a -- incremental flag you could use while creating the backup, so that's going to create an incremental backup. So this driver was merged into the Mitaka release, and we worked with Google and Red Hat for testing and making sure that everything is working fine in the platform. This is giving kind of a high-level overview of what happens when a backup or a restore is taking place. The different components involved. There is a Cinder API service that is involved, the message bus, the volume service, backup service. There is a SQL database, and to the right bottom where it says the backup repository, that is what, in this project, right, it's going to be the Google Cloud Storage. You can change your Cinder conf to have the Google Cloud Storage or Swift or Ceph, right? But for this project, it is going to be Google Cloud Storage that we merged for Mitaka. And Shanker can tell about the blogs.
These are some of the blogs that are related to the work that has been done, which is on the Red Hat as well as the Google side. What the value that it gets to the system is if you have a private infrastructure and you want a backup, and you're not so big of an enterprise, you'd like your backup to be somewhere to some provider that's kind of geo-located so that you can always take back the data in case of a disaster. And so that's the use case that we've tried to embody using this piece of work. Any questions?
So do you know if the same thing can work with AWS?
So what we've done here is there is a Google part of the interface which is to do with all the Google credentials, creating service accounts. This can also be changed to add the AWS or any other cloud, even another openStack cloud as the credentials, as the backend. But there is some work we'll have to do for that.
You'll have to write a new Cinder backup driver.
Plugin.
Yeah, plugin.
Write a plugin.
A driver. It's called a driver.
Backup config in the Cinder conf.
Yes, yes.